In this video, we are going to discuss the fourth type of degrees of comparison. Look at the sentences. Here in the superlative degree, the sentence is like that. Shilpa is one of the most beautiful girls in the town. Shilpa is the subject, is the verb, and one of the phrase one of the is mentioned. After that, the superlative form of adjective is written. It is ended by a certain phrase with common noun. The common noun is in plural and in the town. But in the third type of degrees of comparison, subject is mentioned, verb is there, before the superlative degree of adjective, the is mentioned, and singular common noun is there. But in this sentence, instead of the, here one of the is used. Instead of singular common noun, here plural common noun is mentioned. Those are the differences between third type and fourth type of sentences. To change this sentence into comparative degree, the subject should be written and verb. After that, comparative form of adjective. Here, most beautiful is the superlative form of adjective. Then you should write comparative form of adjective, more beautiful. And after that, than should follow. Next, many other girls. Many other girls. Many other should be written. And plural form of common noun is given. And the remaining phrase should be written at the end of the sentence. Here also you can observe the differences. Here many is used, but in the previous type any is used. Here girls plural noun is used. In the previous type singular noun is used. Then Silpa is more beautiful than many other girls in the town. And how should we write it in positive degree? We should start the sentence with very few and the plural common noun should be written, girls, and next the remaining phrase at the end of the sentence in superlative degree and comparative degree should be written in the town, and verb should be mentioned after that. Verb must be in plural because this subject, very few girls, is the subject of this sentence. Girls is plural here, that's why we should use the plural form of verb. Very few girls in the town are as beautiful as, positive degree is beautiful, and then as and as. The positive degree of adjective should be written between as and as. After that, subject should be added. See the differences of type 3 and type 4 in positive degree. Here no other is used. In this type 4, very few girls, very few is used. Here no other girl, no other plus singular noun. Here very few and plural noun is used. Just like that, here verb is in singular, here verb is in plural. That much of differences are there in type 3 and type 4. Let us see some more examples. In the superlative degree, the sentence, the Ganges is one of the longest rivers in India. Here Ganges subject is verb, one of the is a phrase given here, and longest is the superlative form of adjective, and rivers the plural form of noun, and remaining the last suitable phrase at the end of the sentence. To change this sentence into comparative degree, we should write subject first. The Ganges is the subject, and verb is comparative form of adjective for longest is longer. The Ganges is longer, and than should be written. Many other and plural noun should be written, rivers, and remaining phrase, Ganges is longer than many other rivers in India. Like that, in positive degree, it should be started with very few plus plural noun rivers, the phrase in India. Then verb should be written in plural verb, because plural noun is there. That's why, or, as, Positive form of adjective for longer is long, and as the subject, the Ganges should be written. Next example, it is in comparative degree. Iron is more useful than many other metals. Here iron is the subject, verb is, comparative form of adjective is more useful, and than follows, many other is written, and plural noun is given. To change this sentence to superlative degree, we should write the subject first, iron, verb is, and then one of the phrase one of the should be written here. Then superlative degree of adjective, what is that? For more useful, the most useful should be written. Then iron is one of the most useful metals, plural common noun. Next, to change it into positive degree, we should start it with very few plus plural noun metals. Of course, there is no phrase in this sentence. That's why we may leave it. Very few metals, and verb is or plural, as, and positive form of adjective for more useful is useful, again as, iron. Very few metals are as useful as iron. Let us see another example. It is in positive degree. Very few places in India are considered as sacred as Benares. And to change this sentence into superlative degree, we should write the subject first, that is Benares. Of course, here the plural verb is there because the common noun places the subject in this sentence. But here we are making this noun as the subject of the sentence. That's why it is singular. Benares is one of the superlative form of adjective. Here, what is the adjective? Sacred. As sacred as. So, sacred is the positive form of adjective. To this adjective, most sacred is the superlative form. Most sacred places in India. It is the phrase. Benares is one of the most sacred places in India. Then to change it into comparative degree, subject should be written Benares, verb is, and comparative form of adjective for sacred is more sacred than many other, and plural noun should be written places in India. Like that, the sentences must be changed in the fourth type of degrees of comparison from one degree to another degree. We will meet in the next video in the discussion of type 5 of degrees of comparison. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.